Hello and welcome back to Rewriting the Past here on TEW 2020. We are of course in charge of WCW in the year 1998, and it's time for another episode of Nitro and Thunder. In terms of what's been going on since last time, not much, to be honest. ECW held a pay-per-view, which, wait till you see the main event of this one, folks. The Ultimate Warrior and Shane Douglas defeated King Kong Bundy and Kevin Sullivan. Sammy Silk retains the ECW World Heavyweight title against Bam Bam Bigelow. And of course, the star attraction match, Brian Knobbs defeated Nails in the steel cage. And also Bastion Booger is still the TV champion. This match was probably decent, no? I mean, Sabu and RVD beat Storm and Candido for the tag titles, so there's a little bit of ECW still there. I feel like the Sandman and Mikey Whipwreck beating Bad Crew number 2 and Boris Zukov in a tables match kind of sounds like ECW. Obviously, Credo beating Cronus, Arsenal beating Tommy Rich. These are all ECW matches, but the top of the card is a shambles at the moment. In terms of today's episode, we've got some plans. If we have a little look here, obviously, we were thinking about doing Ray and Hoovy versus the Hardys, and the pay-per-view is starting to take shape. I have done some pre-booking. I think I've made my decision on who is going to be in the main event. So, let's get to it. I am recording this just before the previous episode comes out, so I've not got your suggestions yet in terms of like what to do with Hogan and things like that. So this is going to be psychology. Yep, right. 6. Okay. I know this is going to be negative. How negative? Oh my god, it wasn't negative. Okay. I'm sorry, Pac. Or kid, whatever we want to call you. I'm sorry. I misjudged you. You did good. So let's open the show. Now I think there's only one way to really open this, and it's going to be Sting, and it's going to be Brett, and it's going to be Piper. So this is our WCW alliance. Now obviously Piper is not super into WCW's like long past, but you know, in 1996 he challenges Hogan at Starrcade and beats him, and then he's a pretty pivotal point to the early NWO fact. So we shall have them cut a promo to start the show. So Sting, Brett, and Piper call out the 4 horsemen. Want a 4v4 at pay-per-view. Won't bother adding anything else to that. Just a pretty simple, straightforward match. They set up. We are going to bring up the Hardys as well. We're going to give them some TV exposure here. And I think this is a good match to kick off the show as well. Very fun, fast-paced little match. We won't give it super long. We'll give it 8 minutes. And we will have Hoovy get the win. I'm thinking Ray and Hoovy will probably be our next tag contenders. So that's good for them to get some experience in. We are then going to have Chris Jericho. We'll just do that one over this, I guess. So Jericho calls out Malenko. Says it was a fluke last week. And Dean can't beat him. And obviously we can have like Dean clock him with a punch or something, and sort of go from there. A little bit of a... just to heat up that angle. We will then... who will we do? Will we do Eddie? Although Eddie wrestled on Thunder. Did he wrestle on Thunder? Actually, I don't remember. Did Eddie wrestle? Yeah, he did. They beat Tito Santana. So we won't do Eddie. We could do 6, I suppose. 6 has got cool momentum, so I think giving 6 some wins is probably smart here. And then we'll give 6 a win over Super Kilo. Just quick short little match. Open script. We'll make it 10. We'll have 6 cheap. And then we will have Eddie run down. So Eddie runs down and chases 6 off. Holds the title violently. So basically Eddie runs out and is like, nah, I saw what you did. Oh, you did that to me last week. And just basically it's not going to happen again, effectively. Reason I'm saving is just because my PC's been a bit funny recently, so it might break, and if it does, then obviously my recording's probably be gone as well, so that'll be fun. Up next, we're going to have Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Conan, and Booker T. So we're getting Booker involved in these sort of segments, and it'll be Hogan, can't believe Luger joined Horseman and didn't even consider offer, sends a warning. Why is Finlay doing all my agent? We'll just do Booker T on overness because Booker is struggling a little bit with what's the word I'm looking for? I can't speak today. Booker's struggling with like off script and things like that as well. So I have Benoit interviewed by Mean Gene. He accepts Booker's challenge. Will teach him a lesson. Kevin Sullivan can do that one, that's fine. Right, we will go into a match next. And I think we'll do... Do we do Goldberg? Or do we do... No, let's do Saturn. How many times have I ran this match, actually, out of curiosity? I ran it incredibly recently. Okay, so we're not doing that. That's fine. We'll do Saturn versus... You know what? We'll do Saturn versus the Giant. Which, yeah, I've not done that since February. And the reason for that is we'll give the Giant the win. But we are actually going to have DDP run down and hit the diamond cutter on Saturn. That way we can set up this. So then we'll do DDP, the Giant, Saturn, Raven, brother. We'll do overness for Raven. So DDP tells Saturn to send a message to Raven. If they want some, come get some. And I think we can maybe transition that on Thunder actually to a match. We could always do let's do Thunder Clans, Giant and DDP versus Dudley's. There we go. I think that works. We'll go straight into another match. And we will have... Is Raph still injured? Or is Raph medically cleared? Raph's still not medically cleared yet. So we will do... We'll do a singles match though. We'll do Conan versus Mortis. 10 minutes would be quite good for that. And we're actually going to give Mortis the win. We'll make it flash pinfall. Conan's not going to be upset with that, so that's good. And then Kevin Nash, Conan, Mortis, and we'll do Raph as well, but we're just doing an overness. So let's see. So Nash runs down, takes out Mortis, an injured Wrath comes down to help, but it's put down by NWO. So we'll play into the Wrath being hurt aspect here. Now for our main event segments, so I think we'll do Ric Flair and Lex Luger having a promo. Actually, you know what? We'll just do all four of the guys because they're always going to be together anyway. So 4 Horsemen gladly accept challenge. They assume there will be no 4th man, nothing to fret. Right, 28 minutes left. Who have we not used? Done anything with Randy Savage. I should really do something with Randy Savage. So, Savage, just an open challenge. Savage says he will have an open challenge on Thunder. Anybody who wants a shot and deserves one can get one. Or just can. There we go. So I think Savage versus someone on Thunder. There we go. Right, main event. I think, what should we do here? Logically, we should do something with 4 Horsemen. Yeah, so I don't know what to do a tag. Maybe we'll do a singles. And I think we'll do Roddy versus Lex. We'll give it 13. Lex will get the win. Open script. Tainted as well. Give that an extra minute. A risk, but that's fine. And then, very simply, let's try and intertwine everything here. So we've got Lex, and we've got Roddy. And we're then going to have Hollywood Hogan, Sting. Can I add everyone here? Brett. Oh, yes, we can. So, Rick Rude. So, I'm going to talk you through this one when the time comes. But the very quick version is Lex beats down Piper. Hogan comes down to attack Lex. Everyone comes down for a brawl. Hogan escapes. Yeah. Right. Match-wise, we are absolutely stinking the joint out here, so we need another match. So let's do Goldberg. Let's have Goldberg kill someone. Goldberg can destroy... Have we done Goldberg? Alex Wright? Nope. There you go. That guy, whoever you were again, that wanted Alex Wright on TV. There you go. Let's get open off. Nice and decisive. And I will not be penalised. Let's put it there. Yeah, let's break up the angles there. There we go. That gets us over the hump to 52%, not penalised anymore. In terms of a pre-show, let's borrow who? Let's bring up these jobbers. So we'll bring up Douglas Rock, Sensei, and Mustafa Kip. And we'll do a wee cheeky 3 versus 3. So Mustafa, what was that guy's name again? Oh my god, I forgot his name. I mean, there's Sensei. Douglas Rock, right? Yeah, Douglas Rock. They can take on, let's just do some lucha guys. So Damien, El Dandy, And who else is a heel that's a lucha guy? Psychosis. There we go, that'll do. 10 minutes. We'll give El Dandy the win. Nice and simple. Could be a fun little match. And then Rick Steiner is now healed finally, so we'll get the Steiners doing something here. And they can take on who have we got? Who have we not used? Barry Darso and Bobby Eaton. Because Bobby Eaton's 39 years old at this point. Scott Steiner gets the win. No, not going to go all out for a great bout, not with these guys. And then let's just do a wee triple threat to get some other guys on the show. So many talented guys that we're not using in ring this week. So Dave Taylor, he's got very cold momentum. Glacier. And then who can we give a win? Who can we give a win? Let's give Rick Martel a win. He's got chilly momentum, so we'll give Ricky a win. What a banging pre-show this is, folks. Classics abound. Let's get on with the show. 48 overall for this 6-man tag, which is pretty good. Mustafa kept the weak link with a rating of 12, so that's not good. The Lucha guys looking really good. Damien less so, but El Dandy and Psychosis looking really good. Sensei with a 38, almost as good as Damien as well. Steiners with a 69. The Steiners pulling an amazing rating out their arse here. 75 and 73. I've just not really got a plan for them is the issue, because I don't know where to go with them. Also, I realised I forgot to select my venue, so we're at the Amway Arena here. And then Rick Martel, a little bit by the best guy in the match. Glacier stinking the joint out, but that's fine. Martel gets the win to lead us into the show as we open with a 100 rating, which is just beautiful. As Sting, Britt, and Piper are all in the ring, and they call it the Four Horsemen. They want a 4 versus 4 at the pay-per-view, and they will find a 4th man should that challenge be accepted. We then have a 58 rated match, which is pretty good, really, for all of these guys. I mean, Jeff Hardy outperformed Hoovy, and Matt almost outperformed them, and there was no psychology, which is fine. But 7:37, Ray and Hoovy beat the Hardys with a 450 splash. Good little match to open the show in ring-wise. Then get a good promo between Chris Jericho and Dean Malenko, 56 overall. Jericho calling out Malenko, saying it was a fluke. Dean can't beat him. He belittles Dean, and Dean obviously just ends up clocking him one. Goes to put him in the clover leaf before Jericho manages to escape with the help of Dan Severn. Six then beats Super Glow with a handful of tights in just under 6 minutes. Rubbish match, 55 overall, but it's more to build towards the segment, which also doesn't do good. Eddie running down, chasing Six off, and holds the title up, basically saying, "You're not taking this from me." Yeah, Eddie pretty poor here, which is a surprise. We do have an 89 overall after this, though, which is good. Booker T did perform poorly, but it's fine. We'll hopefully be building all of Booker T's entertainment stats while doing this. As Hogan says, "Brother, I can't believe that Sexy Lexi joined the Horsemen, not the NW, didn't even consider our offer," and says that I guess we're going to have to put the hit out on Lex Luger. Leaves it at that. Oh, what's going to happen? I mean, you know what's going to happen, but let's pretend we don't. Goldberg destroys Alex Wright. Goldberg with a phenomenal rating. Alex Wright with a less good one. And Goldberg does get the win in 7 minutes with the spear. Decent promo here. And Benoit doing a masterful job of improvising interactions, which is surprising. Benoit was interviewed by Mean Gene, and he says, "Look, I accept Booker T's challenge. I'll teach Booker T a lesson for what he did to Stevie Ray, turned his back on WCW, all that fun stuff." Complete lack of psychology here. as the Giant beats Saturn in 6:44 with the chokeslam after DDP runs down to hit the Diamond Cutter, which leads into a 77 segment, which is not too bad here. As DDP tells Saturn, here, send a message to Raven. If you guys want some, me and the big man will take you all on. The Raven sort of comes out with the Dudleys, but they don't come to the ring because they're like, no, let's not do that today. A shockingly good match as Mortis defeats Conan with a quick roll up. Mortis getting 1/1/2 of the tag team champions. Shockingly good match, 72 overall, really. Conan outperforming Mortis, which is interesting. And then a 71, which isn't too bad. As Nash, I love how it says Nash runs down there. Nash comes down to the ring. He hits Mortis with a big boot. Raph comes down to try and help his partner, but he's injured. And he's put down by Nash and Conan. Maybe Nash hits the jackknife. Conan hits him with the belts or something. But the NWO standing tall over their challengers at the pay-per-view. Then we have a 99 rated overall segment as the Four Horsemen gladly accept the challenge at the opening of the show. And they say, look, there's not going to be a fourth man, so there's nothing to worry about. Savage on his own with a 95, saying he'll have an open challenge on Thunder. Anybody who wants a shot and deserves one can have one. Got an idea what to do with that. That was just to get him on the show. And our main event gets an 80 as Lex Luger does defeat Roddy Piper in 14:25 by submission with the torture rack after blatantly cheating, which leads us into a 100 segment to end the show. So, here's the thinking here. So Lex is then, puts the boots to Piper after the torture rack. And then, of all people who run down to the ring, it's actually Hollywood Hogan. Comes down with, maybe the bat again, I don't know. And he tries to take down Lex Luger. And then obviously the Four Horsemen run out to help Lex. Sting and Brett run out to help Piper. And I suppose what this sort of does is it leaves that idea open to everybody, the commentators, the fans, even you guys, that maybe Hogan is the fourth man. Which, now that I say that, I kind of love the idea to the point where, I'm not actually tempted. We did get an 88, which I'm surprised by because the middle of the show was not great. A lot of 50s in here, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Prince Ikea there, the sudden star of the save as well. And yeah, I think a decent little show that. It was a bit haphazard. Not my finest work, but it got the job done for what I needed it to do. Sets up things. We've got a decent looking Thunder lined up, I think. And the news that I forgot to mention at the start of the show has now been confirmed. We have risen in size. I will talk about this in a second. So, we got an 88 for Nitro. Raw got a 77, despite a pretty solid main event. Mark Merrow beating Jerry Lawler in the ladder match actually sounds amazing. Remember that ladder match that Lawler had with The Miz in 2011? It was during The Miz's title run. And Lawler carried The Miz to one of the best matches of his career. That was great. I think it ended with some stupid Michael Cole crap, if I remember right. Don Morocco's retiring, it's a shame. Alright, so we have risen in size. We've risen to large size. I forgot to mention this at the start of the episode. So we were 1 point off in Canada. I think it was in the Maritimes, I think it was. We were 1 point off rising to large size. We did it. I'll show you that in a second. Kevin Nash hates Glacier, fair enough. Brett thinks Saturn needs to sell again, fair enough. And we get a 5.94 with 4.5 million viewers. But yeah, we are now a large company. As you can see, we've went up to that 71 threshold here. So for Titanic, we need to achieve large size and also 77 in every region of at least 5 areas total. Now, if we have a look at this, USA is obviously very comfortable. Canada, pretty comfortable. I mean, Saskatchewan is... Ooh, but it's fine. Mexico, we are 17 points off. Britain, we're 27 points off. Japan, we're only a few points off, so that's good. So we could hit 3. And then this is going to be the tricky part, is Europe, Oceania, and India. I feel like Oceania is our best bet. Do we actually have a look for some broadcast deals? So, for Britain, are we on, what are we on? We're on TNT UK. Yeah. Did we try and go on ITV? ITV are open. ITV are interested. Oh, no. For free? Oh, you know what? We need to go on ITV. Let's get on ITV for Nitro. Ah! Screw it. Folks, we're taking the risk. We're taking the risk. We're going to cancel our TV deals. Ah, crap. I need to cancel my events as well. Okay. Ah, god damn it. Ah. Why? What's wrong with it? I don't understand. How does it clash? This broadcaster has clashing coverage with one under their... How? I don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm so confused. How is this making sense? This broadcaster has clashing coverage with one under their media umbrella. No, but no, it doesn't. Or is that because it's TNT? That's so stupid. So we're locked into a crap deal in the UK because of this. For God's sake. That's a joke. This is such a stupid thing for the game to have. Oh well, I guess we're going back on TNT for Nitro and Thunder. Prime time, give me prime time. I've just spent 600 grand. On this, which is fun. This was a waste of time, I apologise, folks. 55. This we're back on TV anyway. Can we go on to this? Nope. Alright, so we're stuck on TNT UK, so our UK growth is going to be non-existent. That's less than ideal. Okay. Europe? Anything in Europe? Nope. Oceania. India. Do I add some broadcasters? What databases do I have installed? 1997. What broadcasters do we have? Do we have lots? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be breaking some of the realism here, but I'm going to. I feel like there's not enough broadcasters on this save. So I appreciate that we are going to be sort of cheesing it a little bit, but there's nothing for Europe And I mean, there's not going to be anything for Europe here, is there? No. Okay, so we're not going to get any deals in Europe still. India, no. Well, this was a gigantic waste of time, wasn't it? Okay, who are we on in... I apologise that this has taken up so long, so much of the episode. So, for TV, where are we? So we're in Japan. Yeah, even our US TV deal is garbage. Events very small, TV small. Who are we being shown on it? There we go. So Foxtel. And Foxtel. Okay, so we could probably do better in Australia. So I mean, we've got Ace TV, which is a medium. And we've got C31 So I think Ace TV is probably the way to go. How much will they give us? This feels like cheating, so I'm going to do 55. I'll do 60. We'll do 60. So that's for our events. For Nitro, we'll do 60 again. I feel like it's too much cheating. And we'll just cancel the Foxtel deal in a moment. We can get ourselves in prime time in Oz. And then the box in New Zealand. And that's pretty much, they'll give us 50%, so that's fine. So let's get some coverage in New Zealand as well. 50. I know that the simple solution to this is to just create my own broadcaster, but I don't know. It feels like cheating because we've got so much money. Foxtel, let's just bin this deal off. Foxtel pay-per-view, let's bin that deal off. They're happy to get rid of us, so that's fine. So what's our coverage now? So television, medium in Australia and small in New Zealand, medium in Japan, very small in the UK, medium in the US, very big in Mexico, and big in Canada. Pay-per-views, this looks better. Where's our pay-per-views for Mexico? 52MX. Is there anything bigger in Mexico? I mean, we could just put it on Gaia TV. Thunder's not on Gaia TV. Let's change that. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna have to. Oh, they want an 89, right? Oh, 8. I think we have to go 84. That's too risky. Yep. And then let's put our events on here as well. Minimum 12. For God's sake. There you go. Yep, let's do that. And then 52MX, we will cancel that deal, and they're happy to cancel that, so that's good. So, pay-per-view, Canada were big, Japan were medium. We could probably try and get Japan up. We're big in the US. Could we go bigger, actually, in the US? I'm so sorry if you find this boring, by the way, guys. I know I could do this off, but I want to try and do this. Cable pay-per-view. Huge. I mean, we could go on Direct TV. Yeah, we can go huge. Oh, hello. Time Warner, huge. Time. Uh, Yeah, let's but it's the same. Time Warner, I hate you so much. Right, Japan. I hate Time Warner. Japan. What have we got? We need a big one. So we're currently on Gaura. Hello. Very big. Yeah. Another very big TV Asahi. Yeah, let's go on to low risk, I guess. Nippon TV. Prime time 82. I think we can go 82. That's fine. We'll cancel the deal with Gaura. That's all right. Let's put our events on here as well. Actually, 60. I think we can get an 82 from most shows at this point without really trying. So maximize our viewership. Okay, Gaura. So are our events on Gaura as well? Yeah, they are. So we'll cancel everything. Happy to cancel that one. That's a good start. 2 million. Screw it. With 2 million, we've got so much money in the bank. It doesn't matter. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're sort of cooking, and we've somehow managed to get bigger coverage in Japan and Mexico than we have in the US. But that's how the game works, I suppose. So events, big, very big, very small, very big, medium. Television, medium, big, very small. Yeah. So Europe and India. Do we just make a broadcast? You know what? Because there's nothing, we're just going to make a WCW network. We'll make it internet subscription or internet commercial. Nothing in the US, but Europe will do. I think we'll do medium for now. And subscription, I guess. Or they just do. Let's just do subscription. There we go. Because our size in India and Europe is nothing, but we can hopefully build it up that way. So broadcast. Broadcasting. Jesus, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Your broadcasters. So WCW Network, which is our own thing. New deal for events. New deal for Nitro. And new deal for Thunder. There we go. Right. At last, we have coverage everywhere. The UK is our smallest market. But that's fine. Right. I'm sorry, guys. That's been 40 minutes now. This episode's going to go over an hour, but I'm going to stop recording now, and I'll be back in a moment for Thunder. Okay, so after that fun, I don't know if you can hear all that noise down there, but it's just moving something. After all that fun, we are now ready to book a TV show. ECW, for everybody who's very excited about this, the Ultimate Warrior beat Tom Marquez. So that's a match that definitely happened. How are they doing? This is going to be the longest episode in the world because I'm just clicking everything now. ECW is actually doing really well financially. They are making money. Wow. Is anybody going bankrupt? I mean, it's still just FMW. IW Mid-South is $29 in debt, which for Ian Rotten, that's probably them bust. War, $6,000 in debt. Yeah, I mean, we've got 20 million. Everybody else got 24. Who's everybody else? New Japan's got 8 million. What about All Japan? 2 million. Yeah, I mean, everybody's doing pretty well. Let's book Thunder. So we've got all of our TV deals now finally sorted. So we've got a bunch of good things happening, so that's fun. Still just those two guys out. So, should we go to Canada? I think we'll go to Canada. I mean, we could go to. Oh God, we're not going to Britain anyway. Jesus. I'm sorry. The garage does not hold 5,000 people. Whoever made that is wrong, because the garage definitely doesn't hold 5,000. I've been in the garage for gigs. It doesn't hold 5,000. Let me tell you that right now. We've got Japan, but the problem with Japan is we can't run any angles in English. So that's the issue there. Although I'd love to run a show in Kurika, but it's not going to happen. Europe, nobody's going to come, nobody's going to come, and nobody's going to come. Let's do Canada. Let's go to Ontario and go to the. Where's a good size? Maple Leaf Gardens. Yep, Maple Leaf Gardens it is. Legendary venue, of course, all the old WWF shows at the Maple Leaf Gardens. So we're going to start off hot tonight. Randy Savage. Savage says, after Nitro, anybody who wants a shot can get one right here, right now. And we're going to go into the match now. Now. Are you ready for what we're about to do? So, we all love Randy Savage. Randy Savage's popularity is insane at the moment. It is actually a lot better than I thought it was. Randy Savage. Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it on no build? Is the question. I want to do it. I really want to do it. I think you can probably see where my eyes are going here. I'm going to do it. We're kicking off Thunder with a United States heavyweight title match. And Goldberg is going to win the title in the opening match of the show. This might sound stupid. It might sound rash. Savage has not had a defense yet. He's only just won the title. But the reason being is WCW needs a win. They need a big win as well. And I think that's how we do it. And I think we're going to go all out here to open the show. Sting, Brett, Roddy come down and celebrate with Goldberg. WCW celebrates getting US title back. We're making the US title feel like a big, big deal. Goldberg will win the US title to kick off Thunder. And then we're going to have Eddie. So Eddie says, Goldberg has shown WCW has life. He will destroy 6 at pay-per-view. And we'll have Gino go and do some promo work as well. Why not? Let's go all out here, eh? And then we'll actually have Eddie in a match. And who can Eddie face? I suppose he could face an NWO guy. Wall Street? Is he in the NWO, right? I should have asked this before, and the answer is always yes. We're giving Eddie a little babyface test. Oh, for God's sake, Wall Street, get out of the way. No, he's not, but we can pretend he is. That's fine. Up next, we're going to have Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Conan, Booker T. Very simple promo again. It's going to be Hogan is furious about Savage losing. Threatens to kick him out. Tells Booker to win his match tonight. And that's going to be next, actually. We're going to do Booker T. Now, I'm thinking... yeah, let's do Booker T versus Wrath. But we are going to give Booker the win. It will be tainted, not decisive. And it will be interference. So we'll have Big Kev with the interference. And then we're going to have a big old brouhaha. So Benoit, Wrath, Mortis, Big Kev, Conan, and Booker T. Let's just not rate those guys. NWO attack Mortis and Wrath. Benoit makes the save, and that will help set up a little match for Nitro for next week, which will be Benoit, Mortis, and Wrath versus NWO. Up next, Raven, brother, Giant, Diamond Dallas Page. Raven demands the Dudleys beat the Giant and DDP tonight. Very simple, very simple. I hate to spoil this for anybody who might be shocked by this, but they will not beat DDP and the Giant tonight. We'll give it a bit of time, but DDP is going to get the win in the end. Quite decisively as well. And then what I can also do now is I'm going to flip this one round. With Goldberg versus the Giant becomes a title match. Up next, who have we used? We've not used Jericho, but we're going to do Dean, and we'll have Dean take on Steve Regal. I mean, Steve Regal's got very cool momentum, but we can build Regal up pretty quickly, I think. Make it a decisive win. And then we'll have Chris Jericho, Dean Malenko, Dan Severn, and Dean Malenko. And Menace and Overness, I guess. Jericho and Severn attack Malenko. You know what? And Prince. I can't remember how to spell Ike's second name, his name. So there we go. Simple, simple, simple. 16 minutes left. Oh Christ! I didn't know we were in the main event already. So WCW is in the habit of getting some wins tonight. They're going to get another one. Bret Hart is going to take on. Have I done Bret Kevin? No, I haven't. Okay, we'll do Bret Kevin as our main event. I know it's not Four Horsemen, but obviously we're intertwining all three of these stories. Oh, Kev, it's... Oh, we're in the threshold at least. There we go. So we're obviously intertwining all three major storylines: the Four Horsemen, NWO, and the WCW Resistance, basically. So I think still having that happen, and this is basically becoming a bad night for the NWO. So obviously Savage is going to lose the belt. Eddie's going to beat up Six. Booker does sneak a win against Wrath, and they get a bit of win there. But then in the main event, Bret Hart is going to beat Kevin Nash. And that'll be that. WCW with a very successful night. Let's borrow some dev guys again. Let's borrow... So this guy is really bad. Why did I sign him? I think it was his decent star quality. And his decent performance skills. I think. Hopefully anyway. Let's bring up Gibson. Caprice. And... I mean, these guys both stink. Bobby Walker. So Bobby Walker, I suppose. We'll do a little 3 versus 3 here. Oh no, definitely not a 30-minute Iron Man match. Jesus. So, Bobby, Caprice, and Gibson. They can take on the team of Fit Finlay, Dave Taylor, and I mean, Bobby Eaton probably makes the most sense in this scenario. Yeah, Bobby Eaton. Actually, you know what? We'll do Alex Wright. Obviously, these guys we'll give Alex Wright the win. Why not? These guys will obviously win this match. And then we'll do a tag. We'll give Ray and Hoovy a match. They can take on... Actually, no, we'll give Vicious and Delicious a match. And they can just take on Brad Armstrong and Chavo Guerrero. Not really got any plans for those guys at the moment. Build Scott Norton back up in particular. And in our final pre-show match, we will have Meng take on Ray Traylor. Big meaty men slapping meat, as they say. Perfect. I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that show. Now, you may be thinking this whole Goldberg US title one has come from them, but I really wanted to get the belt onto Goldberg, but I didn't want him to beat DDP. It was part of the issue. So I think Savage is an odd one because obviously Hogan with Hogan and Savage refusing to do angles with each other, it makes it really difficult. So I wonder if we just kick Savage out the NWO. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. What would be best to do with Savage? Rubbish match. Sound of that. Vicious and Delicious for a good win, but a rubbish match. And then underrated, should have been higher. So, Savage proved me wrong. Opening this with 100 overall. Said anybody who wants a shot can have one right here, right now. And then, of course, the crowd explodes as Goldberg's music hits. Goldberg comes down. And in an 80 rated match to open the show, Goldberg wins the United States Heavyweight title with the jackhammer in Canada, giving the Canadians something big on our first show in the Maple Leaf Gardens. The jackhammer's hit, Goldberg wins, everybody comes down to celebrate. Well, everybody, 3 people come down to celebrate. WCW has managed to get the US title back off the NWO. Savage slinks off into the darkness. 98 overall, hot start to the show. 48 overall with Eddie saying his Goldberg is showing WCW his life. They will destroy 6 pay-per-view. Obviously, some of our ratings might be a bit low tonight because of being in Canada. The match gets 68. Eddie beating Michael Wall Street. Simple stuff. 84 overall here. Booker T struggling again, but it's fine. Hogan's furious that Savage lost the belt. He threatens to kick him out the NWO, so he's have to think about what to do with Macho Man. Nash, Conan sitting there as well, and they're all saying, look, Book, you need to win tonight. And he does. He gets 55 overall. Booker T does beat Raph after Kevin Nash makes himself known and takes out Raph. Before him and Conan then take down Raph as well, and Mortis, who's also there. And then Benoit makes the save. They chase off the NWO. It's another little win for WCW in the battle against the NWO. 58 overall for Raven, demanding that the Dudleys beat the Giant and DDP tonight. And they do not. It's a 61 overall as DDP and the Giant defeat the Dudleys in 9:56 with the Diamond Cutter, DDP looking excellent. Everybody else sort of Devon the worst guy in the match as usual. 69 overall for Dean Malenko beating Steven Regal in just under 9 minutes. Both guys looking very strong. And then the promos, the angle's a bit rubbish, 49 overall, but that's fine. Basically, it's just Jericho and Severn coming down to beat up Malenko and Ayakea. And then the show ends, because I forgot that was the main event straight away, with Kevin Nash submitting to the sharpshooter to Bret Hart. WCW gets a big win. Bret Hart, the Canadian hero, gets the big win in Canada. Well, I don't know what the show rating's going to be. After all those deals I just negotiated, we get an 88, so we're all good. We've gained popularity in Britain, but growth is restricted due to the limited number of viewers there, because we've got the world's worst TV deal known to man, and we cannot get a new one because Time Warner are a nightmare. Could we put Nitro and Thunder on the network? I might have a look. I might check. I know I said using the networks is kind of cheating a little bit, but you know, Nick Patrick's getting ripped. That's good. San Martino doesn't like Benoit. Okay, everybody just crapping on Benoit, and we get a 5.16 with nearly over 4 million viewers total overall. So let's see. So Hogan now, Gino Curlin doesn't like Bret Hart. Ray Traylor doesn't, Jimmy Hart doesn't, Tony Schiavone doesn't, Mark Curtis doesn't, and Buddy Lee Parker doesn't. Hogan, just stop it, man. We had 1.5 million viewers in Mexico, by the way. Over 500,000 in Japan. 3,000 in there. Yeah, the UK, 30,000 viewers. WCW Network, 309,000 subscribers. What's that done to the popularity size? 17. That's what it always was, right? Yeah, so it's gone back up 1. Europe's gone up as well. I mean, let me check. We're back in the screen, guys. Everybody's favourite screen. Broadcasting. We've got so much money that this kind of just makes sense to do. Right, broadcasting. WCW Network. Did we just circumvent? Yes. Oh, okay, right. So that actually works. So now you can watch it on TV or you can subscribe. That'll work. That'll work. That's good. Right. I have rattled on for over an hour, I think, on this episode. I really apologise for all that broadcast and stuff. Hopefully some of you found it enjoyable, especially when I cancelled on my deals in the UK and then realised I couldn't get a new one. But that's fine. We're having a good time. Let's have a look at the we've almost brought the US back to where it was. Let's put it down here, I guess. As you can see, we're just below in the US where we were to start the show. 87, we're up to 80, 85, 86, and then 84 in Hawaii. Canada. What are we doing in Canada? Yeah, Canada's gone up a couple points. If we were to screen, Mexico's going up. You know, we're having a good time. Japan looking really strong. I don't know why. Like, look at Japan. Japan's ridiculous. We're huge in Japan. Or big in Japan, as I probably should have said for the joke. Anyway, I need to shut up. I'm so sorry. I'll see you guys in 2 days' time. We're doing another Nitro. We'll do another Thunder. We're having some fun. We've got really exciting TV deals now. And yeah, we're kicking ass. We are kicking ass right now. I mean, if you look at what we started off with, a 69, look at that. And a 73. 69, right? And our main event was Sting and Lex beating the Outsiders. And then 40 episodes later nearly, an 88. We're absolutely crushing it. Our viewership's gone from 3 million to 4.5. Thunder, more importantly, has gone from 1.5 to nearly 4 million. It's ridiculous. But I'll see you in 2 days' time. Thanks so much for sticking around. I apologise for everything in this episode. I know it's been really long, really tedious and stupid and everything else, but we're having some fun. I'll see you in 2 days. Let me know what you think. Is Hogan the fourth man? Could be. It could be. We might have also done a tease for Goldberg potentially being the fourth man. It could be Benoit. It could be Glacier. It could be the Ultimate Warrior. You know, we never know who it's going to be. We'll find out at the pay-per-view. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.